fact, she has only advised others.
Yes.
And you know, I don't know why people get jittery when they are advised. I have had others, Honorable Speaker, in the recent few days, saying that, oh, Uhuru has since retired, but retirement should not mean that he's dumb, he cannot speak. But nobody has told Uhuru that he can't speak. Uhuru has every right to speak as the fourth president of the Republic of Kenya. What people have a problem with is a former president undermining another sitting president, and more so, attempting to use a community as his shield when he's doing what he's doing in undermining an administration. But we want the former president to speak. In fact, I'll be very happy to hear the former president speak and tell us what was happening in River Yala when bodies were being fished out of River Yala. I would want the former president, President Uhuru Kenyatta, to speak and tell us what was happening when our economy was captured and subsidies drained the entire economy, when we drained our foreign reserves to almost below $6 billion, Honorable Speaker. I would really want him to speak, and I want him to speak. So let us not be very quick to run to the defense of people who we want to speak, because there are things we want to hear them say. When bodies were being fished out of River Tana, when two young Indians who were working for William Ruto were brutally murdered at Nairobi police headquarters here, and their bodies dumped in their badeas, I would want to hear what the fourth president has to say on how those two young Indians lost their lives. We want Uhuru Kenyatta to speak. Therefore, Millie, I was just informing you that you have every right to ask people to speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Millie.
Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I hope that I'll be given time because information...
No, proceed.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I just want to thank Honorable Ichungwa for his parliamentary and political skills, because he's purporting to inform me when he has actually informed Honorable Ndindi Nyoro. And I hope he has become very, very educated. Mr. Speaker said I support this bill. Let me go to the core of this matter. I know Parliament is very interesting at this time, and I can say that actually Honorable Ndindi Nyoro is doing excellent in opposition. And he was telling me quietly, Millie, I learned from you, and you are a good student. You are doing excellent in opposition. I'm of course still struggling on your side. I'll get there, but I'm still struggling. But you are doing well in opposition. Mr. Speaker, I wish to support this bill. And Honorable Kimani Ichungwa has explained it very, very well. So I don't even need to go into details about what it is. But it's supposed to clear bureaucracy so our countries get money quickly. But Mr. Speaker, what I'd want us to say though, because I'll only speak to one issue. Mr. Speaker, I think as a house we are failing this country. And the reason why I'm saying we are failing this country, and especially as leadership, and I want to actually challenge my brother, Honorable Kimani Ichungwa, and all those of us who sit in leadership, that we need to take this issue seriously. Mr. Speaker, if you actually look at the amount of money that goes to NGCDF, and you compare with the amount of money that goes to the county. Mr. Speaker, the other day I was doing calculation, and even if you remove the running costs, the money that goes to counties is almost 5 times the amount of money that goes to constituencies. And I would want to challenge everything, it's 10 times. Thanks for informing me, even though you are informing from your point of wherever, where you are seated. But Mr. Speaker, if it is 10 times, I would challenge every single member to go to your own county and compare village per village. Where, from the moment that we started this devolution to now, Mr. Speaker, it's embarrassing what's coming out of our counties. And we're actually killing devolution, which was a very good idea by our party leader, Raila Amolo Odinga. Would love his legacy to continue. And Mr. Speaker, I know that one of the reasons that Honorable Raila found CDF challenging is because I know he was disappointed at what was going on with devolution. So he was hoping that if he put in a lot more energy and strength with the counties, then it wouldn't actually deem devolution. I want to challenge our governors. What is your legacy? People will not remember us for the little things that we do, short-term things that we do. But what we leave that change lives, that transform lives. So with the money that we get, if in CDF we have 1 classroom, with the counties there should be 10 classrooms where there's 1 classroom. So why I'm saying that we are failing is because we are the house that should be providing standard setting and framework. We need to come up with a law that is similar to NGCDF, which is standard setting that controls how our governors spend money. Because right now it's free fall. People use the money the way they want. And even though we get back feedback from the auditors, nothing much is done. Very few people are arrested. And even when there's arrest, like we saw in the former governor of Migori, there's always a settlement that tells people that, that there's a level of impunity. So, Mr. Speaker, even though I... can you allow me just 1 minute to finish?
1 minute.
Thank you. And Mr. Speaker, so even though I'm supporting this because it actually enhances the work of the counties and removes all those bottlenecks so that they can work very efficiently, but can we show accountability with what we have right now before we get those conditional grants? So I'm challenging our governors. What will we remember you for? Will we be remembering you because you sang very well, you danced very well, you jammed very well? Let us remember you for for the lives that you have transformed. I support.
The Honorable John Gitonga.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, this is a very important change. Honorable Speaker, by God's grace, from 2027, I'll be the governor of the great county of Embu, the land of opportunity. And Honorable Speaker, this amendment that ensures that resources that come to counties do not have a lot of bureaucracy and ensure that they get there in time to use, Honorable Speaker, it's an amendment, Honorable Speaker, that I've welcomed in both hands, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I agree with Millie, and when I become the governor of Embu, I will answer the question on where these monies have been going. Because, as you say from your side of view, I also observe the same, Honorable Speaker, that county governments, I was doing a simple calculation for Embu County, and it has received over 40 billion Kenya shillings, Honorable Speaker, which is actually, Honorable Speaker, I would say 10 times, as it has been mentioned, the NGCDF resources that go to the county of Embu. And Honorable Speaker,
you can walk miles before you notice a project from the county government of Embu, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, these conditional grants are among the resources that have transformed many of our counties. Many of the cab rolling that we have seen being done in our small towns, Honorable Speaker, is done through funding by World Bank. We have projects such as KISIP and KUSIP, which, Honorable Speaker, are resources that come through the ministries. And Honorable Speaker, you find that many of the counties have been blocked from getting these resources
because of lack of very clear implementation plan. And Honorable Speaker, this House must think about the fact that these resources come through the ministries and the procurement happen in the counties. And this brings a new question of oversight. Because today, Honorable Speaker, you will not hear this House discussing line projects of the KISIP and KUSIP projects happening under the Ministry of Housing urban planning and public works. And, Honorable Speaker, while we are looking at quickening the way of resources getting to counties, there is also another important issue on ensuring that these resources are used in the right way and they get to benefit our people, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this also comes in with what has happened in this House, RMLF, among the conditional grants. And you find, Honorable Speaker, these are resources that this House was utilizing to do the roads. But, Honorable Speaker, you'll also find that there is also a lacuna in terms of oversight, because this House cannot oversight counties. And this House actually will allocate these resources to counties. Honorable Speaker, our counties must work. It is now close to 16 years since the new constitution. Honorable Speaker, a county that is not working burdens the next county that is next to it. Today, Honorable Speaker, almost all healthcare officers are actually on strike in Embu. The calls that I'm getting are that the Chuka Level 5 hospital, that is actually the neighboring county, the Rakanidhi, is actually bearing the burden of the dysfunctional healthcare in one county, that is Embu. And this, Honorable Speaker, gives us a lot of questions to ask, because devolution, as Honorable Millie has said, and Raila Odinga, among the people that pushed for devolution, envisioned really transformation that is going to be actually be felt by somebody who has not even gotten to this city, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, you find that even on the matters of pending bills, where you find crazy, nonsensical, unpaid pending bills, Honorable Speaker, is in our county government.
And we have seen people committing suicide, people losing their lives and going to drugs. I saw the drama of one young man in Machakos County, Honorable Speaker, crying like a baby, saying, "Why are you not paying me?" And I did the work. And Honorable Speaker, this actually is something that should disturb this National Assembly. Honorable Speaker, when we talk of disaster preparedness, and this is among, Honorable Speaker, areas that conditional grants, we have seen donation of fire trucks coming in to counties through the conditional grants. But, Honorable Speaker, when it comes to the usage and maintenance of this, you find, Honorable Speaker, that there is always a challenge. And that is why we need to relook and ensure that while we are amending the public finance management bill, Honorable Speaker, we also look at how we can enhance matters to do with checking on those resources, how they are being used. Honorable Speaker, I beg to support.
Very good. Over to reply.
Very well, the Honorable Basil. There was a few minutes, Basil.
Thank you, Speaker. I don't think I'll take too much time. So majority, I know these are very critical bill that we need to pass. From onset, Mr. Speaker, I want to support this particular bill. That's the amendment of the bill by repealing certain sections of the bill. The goal of this bill, Mr. Speaker, one is to boost efficiency in terms of resources that are transferred to counties, boost coordination between national and county governments, and also promote transparency, Mr. Speaker. And when you talk of the very key objectives of this bill, one of it is to eliminate duplication of funding, Mr. Speaker. And when you eliminate duplication of funding, in principle, you are promoting accountability, particularly from the revenue that this country collects, as well as the money that taxpayers have been pumping to the devolved functions, Mr. Speaker. This particular bill is also critical that is going to improve project fund management by suggesting creation of dedicated bank accounts, particularly for government projects. This is what is going to yield transparency and also promote proper use of taxpayers' resources, Mr. Speaker. Additionally, the bill or the amendment is supposed to speed the release of funds to county governments. And I will agree with what Honorable Mukunji mentioned, that many counties currently, there are actually a lot of wastage of resources, a lack of accountability. It's unfortunate you build a classroom, and at the same school you build a classroom, the ECD classrooms are in deplorable state, to a point parents, Mr. Speaker, asking you to donate, if possible, the classroom we built to the ECD, which again is against the law. So it is important that we champion the proper use of resources sent to county governments and commit county governments or governors to show value of money that we send to the county government, Mr. Speaker. And then finally, I want to say that as I rest my case and I support the bill is critical to promote service delivery as well as reduce corruption and misallocation of funding. With those few remarks, I support Mr. Speaker, and I rest my case. Thank you.
Mover.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. In the interest of time, Honorable Speaker, allow me to just reply by thanking all the members. All those who have spoken have also been in support of this bill because they appreciate the need to support devolution. As the Honorable Dindi Nyoro was saying yesterday, that we must support devolution. And I am glad that he is also now recognizing that we indeed support devolution. This will enhance the efficient implementation of projects at our county level of government, and therefore also enhance absorption of the additional county allocations that we appropriate to our county governments. Mine is just to ask our county governors, as Honorable Mukunji has alluded to, that they must be accountable in how they spend this money, and they must implement projects in a timely manner to be able to get value out of those projects within their time. The 5-year period that you are working as a governor, make sure that you can derive value. The same thing Honorable Millie Odhiambo was saying, have legacy projects that will outlive your period as a governor, whether you are serving for 1 or 2 terms. Not what we have seen with many governors across the country, governors using county resources to give freebies to the population, or the people who vote for them, out of political expediency. With that, Honorable Speaker, allow me to reply. I beg to reply.
Very well. Let me thank honorable members for very good quality debates, and you actually made me also get happy because of the quality of debate and the canter and banter involved. Thank you. Honorable members, we shall put the question in the next sitting. The honorable members who may be upstanding, and the honorable members, and the time being 7 p.m., this House stands adjourned until Tuesday, 2nd.
Kenya coming in to say we can quarantine Ebola victims. And knowing this disease, Honorable Speaker, is a disease that can spread like wildfire, Honorable Speaker. If you quarantine a patient even at KNH, and you have a cleaner who comes from Kibera, Honorable Speaker, then this country will lose a big population. If you read, you'll notice, Honorable Speaker, that almost 80 to 90% of Ebola patients lose their lives. And that is something that this country must completely, and this House must refuse in the strongest term possible, Honorable Speaker. And this, Honorable Speaker, also brings a question of how prepared we are. Honorable Speaker, I know sometimes we work to ensure that we have good relations with our Western world brothers, but we cannot be doing the most. We have just had a crisis with our police officers going all the way to Haiti, we had to foot the bill, Honorable Speaker, in a very unfair way. And as we enhance our engagement with Canada, one of the things that I like about Canada is the fact that, yes, they are a superpower, but Honorable Speaker, you will not find them pushing such and bullying, Honorable Speaker, such issues to a country, a developing country like ours, Honorable Speaker. And it's good, Honorable Speaker, to say that I wonder what would inform even the Ministry of Health or even the President on trying to risk, Honorable Speaker, Kenyans in such a big and a significant way, Honorable Speaker. I have read the CV of Mr. Humphrey, Honorable Speaker. I believe he's a man that not only he has done good things for KRA, but he should live with his book well filled on things that he's supposed to achieve as he moved to Canada, Honorable Speaker, to enhance our relations. Honorable Speaker, I support.
Mover.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you for the comments from honorable members. Allow me to profusely apologize to my very dependable member, Honorable Millie, for referring to her as a deputy minority, but rather as a substantive minority whip. She's a very useful member of my committee, and I appreciate her contribution today and always. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the members, thank also the members of my committee. We did this exercise during the recess. When the rest of the members were having their recess, we were seated having this process. I want to thank them, thank the staff of my committee, thank the honorable members for their useful contribution, and I hope that Honorable Watanga's name might be approved and be considered by this House. Honorable Speaker, I beg to reply.
Very well, honorable members. I now proceed to put the question that taking into consideration the findings of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations in its report on the approval hearing of a nominee for appointment as High Commissioner to Ottawa, Canada, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 26 May 2026, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 132(2)(e) of the Constitution, Section 22 of the Foreign Service Act, Cap 185(e), and Sections 3 and 8 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, Cap 7F, this House approves the appointment of Mr. Humphrey Mulongo